Good. Like you mentioned, or you do that dysfunctional breathing. I mean, is that something you like to
Yeah.
talk about?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can talk about it.
yeah. Like how, what happens there, or what
It's
happens?
not, it's a weird one. Apparently it's something they only recently discovered because it's something I've had since I was a baby and
Mm,
something I wasn't diagnosed with until I was 15. So I've struggled with breathing all my life. It's hypoventilation. It's
hmm
very shallow breathing, and I basically don't I don't like use my diaphragm when I breathe. I have to consciously think about it to use my diaphragm. Otherwise, it's all going into my chest.
hmm
And it's just very shallow breathing. So it means that I'm holding my breath a lot all the time. So I'm holding my breath a lot of the time when I sing. And sometimes I'll have to sort of breathe out and it will sort of change the tone of my voice all of a sudden. Or again, like something else, I have to hold my breath and again, the tone of my voice changes. So I feel like that does contribute to like I said, again, I feel like there's a few different tones I can get out in one, uh, verse even kind of thing
hmm
of a song. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's not it's not a great thing though. It does cause it's quite painful because it's just like can get to a point where you feel like you can't breathe. There's times where I just can't breathe. I'm randomly sitting down and I can't breathe.
Really?
Um, yeah, it's difficult, and it's also a downside to it with the singing is it's not helped at all with projection. You need a big breath. You need to build a big breath behind, and it's like to project your voice far. And I can struggle with that a lot, especially going into my higher range.
hmm
But overall, I guess you could maybe say singing might slightly help it, maybe exercising it, because there are times where you've got to, if you do need a big breath, I'm going to think is that, okay, take a deep breath, work that diaphragm, because doesn't naturally happen. But if I consciously think about it, I can breathe opening up my diaphragm. It's really difficult. It's something that it's a shame that they didn't find out when I was actually a baby and when I actually had it, and I was back and forth to the hospitals because I couldn't breathe and I was getting chest pain, and they just turned me away. But because if I had got the physiotherapy for it when I was a baby or when I was a toddler, when you're much more easy, you can train your body easily, and
hmm
it's just you're very easy to mold like that. But then when you've breathed a certain way for 15 years, it's very difficult when someone tries to say to you, okay, now you've got to change your entire breathing pattern. Like you've got to train yourself to breathe a different way. And when I did start going to physiotherapy sessions, it just hurt. It really caused me a lot of pain to just try and
Really?
breathe the way, like, you would breathe if you don't have breathing issues. But like, so yeah, it's a shame that I've got it, but I feel like there's pros and cons. I guess you can
Yeah.
look at the bright side in certain aspects,
Yeah.
maybe.